Hiker Jay here. This week I'm talking about the YETI GoBox 30. They sent me one of these to check out and I've been testing it. I've fallen in love with it. It's not just your regular old Rubbermaid. It is tough. Nothing can get through this thing. It's waterproof and it can stand up to the test of time. But more than that, it's really organized. They've got a lot of components inside that help keep things organized. And I'm gonna go over all the features with you and then I'm gonna share everything that I have in here as my camping ready to go box. So if this is the first time to my channel, if you could hit subscribe, that would be awesome. I put out new videos on outdoor gear all the time. And as always, all the products that I talk about will be down in the description down below. Now, YETI did send this to me to test out, but I have become a true believer on this YETI box. Right off the bat, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. YETI's expensive, but it's that type of gear that you're going to get and you're going to have for 20, 30 years. It's not just like a Rubbermaid that's going to break up. So that whole comment thing where you're going to comment down there, just get a Rubbermaid, this is a lot different than that. This is what they call wild-proof, double-walled, super sturdy, can't get into it. It's waterproof, and it's just going to last the test of time. This thing is dense. It is strong and heavy. So let's just get into the outside features. Then we'll move into the inside features where they have the easy find system in there so you can find everything. And then I'll share everything that I have in it that I carry in my camping loadout box. So right off the bat, it is that double-walled system, super strong. They have locking holes here. They have areas for being able to tie things down, and the normal hinges that you get with a YETI, the big pin hinges in the back for the YETI. And then on the bottom, they have these rubber stoppers. Really love these. A regular Rubbermaid or something will slide all around. I have a wood platform in my Jeep for my overlanding kit, and normally I have to prop stuff around so it doesn't slide around. This I can put right on the back on the wood with nothing around it, and it's not going to go anywhere. So I keep this tucked up right against the back seat, and it's always in there because it's everything I need for camping. The last piece for the outside is that, of course, you can use it as a seat too. I was going to say that, but are these latches, right? They're the forced to close latches, they call them. I kept the sticker on there so I'd remind myself to tell you. But you really have to like hit them to like close them up. You can do it by hand too. It's not that big of a deal, but I just slap them. That's because there's a seal all the way through, a rubber seal, and you need to compress that seal to keep it waterproof. So I found that the latches are just slap latches and they work really great. Hold everything in and keep everything from getting wet on the inside if it is raining, or if this got dropped into a puddle, I'm pretty sure you'd be fine too. So let's go into the inside. The inside is where this really separates from other different cargo boxes, is that they call the easy find system. So they've got all these separation points, these trays, the lid piece, and that's really great. I love to be able to separate things and be able to get to them right away. So right off the bat, let's start with the lid organized system. It has a large zipper going all the way across the top, and you can put maps, anything. It's really big in here. I have just games for the kids, Uno and whatnot, so when we're camping. But then you have these two mesh ones on the front. This one is basically just personal protection stuff. It's masks and gloves and those type of things. But then in here, I do lights because I want to be able to open up and get to lights right away. And this is kind of a neat little pro tip too, is that I just have a little Lucy in here, and I can, oh, it's kind of bright out, so I don't know if you'll see it, but I can just tap it, toss it in there, and get light as I'm working inside the actual cargo box. So that's kind of cool too. But anyways, I like to have lights where I know I can just grab them, find them, and I'm ready to go. So that's the lid piece. This can actually come out too and be used somewhat as a briefcase. I have taken it out, comes off pretty easily, and it's a nice piece that you can take out with you if you have to have something that you have to carry papers and whatever into. So then there is the divider. Now, I've got so much stuff in here, and I have some long things. I have a chair in here and such, so I couldn't put the divider in, but I keep it because it's such a great cutting board or putting things on top of it or separating. So this will normally go in here, which I'll show you when I get things unpacked. But then it's the tray. The tray is awesome. So I've got this tray, and I've got more lights. I've got my toiletries and things, but the tray can sit on either side. Right now, I've only got room for it to sit flush on this side, but then once that comes out, now you've just got a big 30-liter bin area here, like I said, that could be separated. It also has these latches on the side here, which obviously hold this, but you could put straps through. You can see that it's hollow through, and you could hang things in here as well so that they were easily accessible. Now you can see this is the 30-liter bucket area, and there is a ton of gear in here. I'm going to pull it all out just so you can see everything that I carry in here. First off, the tray, we've got another light system, a mesh bag, but I've got my toilet paper and, you know, trowel, so we can take care of that. Over on this side, this is kind of my fire side over here, where I've got a fire starter, lighter, put it all out there, and a bunch of fire starter chunks right there. This is kind of my tech side, so I've got my GoPro, microphone, and batteries over there. I've also got my thermocell set up here too, which I absolutely love for my backpacker, and I have the fuel source for this in the cook kit that's in here too. So, and then I got this cool little light my fire piece that's basically for roasting marshmallows and things if you use a regular stick. So lots of things can fit in here. Let's look at what's down here too. So I've got my monopod, again for filming. I've always got a lot of filming equipment. I've got a water filter bottle, which is important. You can bring any type of water filter. One meal ready to eat. A full stove kit in here. So I've got a little backpacker stove in here that I take. This is like backpacking or whatever it might be. It's a full kit for with the fuel and everything for that. Hammock, because I love my hammock when I'm camping. I've got the chair here. This is a full chair for camping. Like, I can fit a ton of stuff in here. A full rain gear outfit by Frog Tog, a hat because you always need that. A little thermarest seat just to keep yourself dry and cushion when you're sitting down. I've got a fishing pole with a little jig reel or jig on it just so you're ready to fish at any time. Extra stakes and a hatchet and a saw. So that's everything I have in it, and you can see this thing is massive. When you talk about being able to be prepared and have everything that you need, I just love that this is all my basic camping gear with the exception of my tent and sleeping pad and sleeping bag. This is pretty great. My son had a camp out here on the property a week or so ago. He just took the YETI box and they had everything they needed, and kids just had to bring their own tents and sleeping bags. Now, like I said in the beginning, it's really heavy. When it's emptied out, it's only about, I'd say about 5 pounds, so it's not super bad when it's emptied, but you can fit so much in it. Like, this stuff takes up a lot of weight and really becomes heavy, but that's okay because it can handle it. It's not gonna break on a corner if you kind of drop it or something like that because it's made super industrially. Now that I got everything out of it, I'll show you how it comes with the divider in it here. So it only has one divider spot, which is right in the middle. And now you can divide things. You can still fit the caddy over here on the other side, but that way you can have 2 different sections to the cargo box. Now, I had it like that until I decided that I wanted to take a fishing pole and this chair, and they just don't fit that way. They fit at an angle, which wasn't bad, and I started to mess with that, but ultimately it was just a nicer packing system when I put it all flush in there. All right, I'm gonna show you how I can fit everything in here. So for me, this YETI 30-liter GoBox is awesome. Has everything I need to go camping whenever I want to go, and I can just keep it right here in my Jeep or my garage or grab it, or my son can take it when he goes camping. I want to know, what do you think? Is this worth the price to have the ruggedness, something that's going to last forever, that keeps things really organized and easy to find things? Put down in the comments. Interested to hear what you say. Till next time, just remember, life's a hike, so hike happy.